All right, y'all. Welcome back to another one, bro. We got the not deer SCP-6448, the rubber. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. But I told you, bro, we back on this grind. Y'all be playing with me, bro. But let's go ahead and get right back into it. Y'all let me know what other videos y'all want me down to react to down below in the comments. And also in the community tab, make sure you let me know what you want me to react to, bro. It's all there. Let me know. But let's get straight into it and let's see.
Advised. The deer contained within the cell stirred as it regained consciousness from heavy sedation. Cryptozoology specialist Oz stood in front of a large one-way glass window at the side of the room. Subject has regained consciousness. Beginning interview with 6448.
True.
The deer suddenly bolted upright.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga is ugly, bro. It's crazy how y'all be just, bro, what is that? Is that like a bat monkey? Like, I don't, like with horns? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's not no normal entity, bro. Oh, that's why it's called not deer.
Stared at the intercom. It stood facing away from the window. Suddenly, its neck swiveled 180 degrees.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'ma smack you right back the other way. What the fuck, yo?
With an audible crack, visibly breaking multiple vertebrae. Christ almighty, I thought you said this was one way. The deer's gaze remained locked on Oz.
Nah, that is crazy, bro. Don't be looking at me like that.
Are you something
like
imitating deer? The deer opened its mouth, baring its sharp teeth. Its jaw moved in a manner that seemed to imitate speech. As its movement went against how the mouth of a deer usually would, some of the muscle got twisted and torn. However, no intelligible dialect was uttered, rather a sound similar to gagging. It then blinked for the first time in the interview, but the movement appeared noticeably forced. The deer screamed in Oz's distorted voice and collapsed. Its body contorted violently and began writhing. Then it got back up and rammed against the
What's up with it, bro? You moving like speed.
Window repeatedly. Get the stags in here now. Hello everybody, I'm the Rubber. Today we bring you SCP Foundation Keter Class Object SCP-6448. SCP-6448, also known as not deer, is an anomalous branch of the deer animal. All members of this group of deer display heightened intelligence and are presumed to be sapient. Most specimens exhibit some form of physical malformation, causing them to stand out from the non-anomalous ones.
I don't like the way he just doing that, bro. Like, how is his arch like so, you know what I'm saying? Like, what in the world, what's going on?
While the exact details of their physical abnormalities differ between instances, commonalities include legs that bend backwards, bloated abdomen, emaciation, having eyes belonging to other animals and sometimes humans, forward-facing eyes, jerky movements, lack of fear towards humans, tendency to walk on two hind legs, and general body disfigurements. Aside from physical deformations, instances show severe divergence from the behavior of other deer. Namely, 6448 are known to watch, observe, and stalk humans, often for hours or days on end. This includes following humans to and from their homes, wherein they will proceed to steal belongings, weapons.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was just chewing on his tongue like a freak. That, alright, okay, so that's like a balloonie.
Food. Very rarely will they attack victims while they are indoors. 6448 is most commonly encountered in deep woodlands, particularly at night or dusk when a person is alone. Any form of direct acknowledgement of 6448's anomalous traits in these situations will always result in the victim's termination. If you notice a deer that just looks off, look away and ignore it.
True.
If it knows that you've noticed it, then it's too late. If you hear your name or whistling or something else in the woods calling for you, don't acknowledge it. Never acknowledge its existence. Don't respond, don't go looking for it, and don't call out to it. If you're walking at night and you feel something breathing on your neck or whispering just behind you and the hairs on your neck stand up, do not turn around. You do not change the pace at which you're walking, you continue, you ignore. If one's onto you, well, you better hope it ignores you.
I ain't gonna cap, that's some terrible advice, bro. You don't know what's stalking you.
Too. Schofield scoffed at the cryptic warning on the fence. I've been in the Foundation for 3 years. I've seen things, from some weird refrigerator to a mighty dragon. What's a little deer gonna do? He pushed past the opening.
What
and
is
entered the
wrong
cabin.
with dude?
Jackson followed vigilantly behind. No, seriously, this is a waste of time. What the hell are we doing in some woods in the middle of nowhere? Careful, Schofield. A civilian was killed by it according to the reports, and it wasn't the first time either. We're here to investigate, and if necessary, terminate the anomaly. Schofield cocked his rifle and put it on the desk. He then handed his pistol to Jackson. Don't have to tell me what to do. This is just like the hunting trip I used to go on with my dad. Here, have my pistol if you're so scared. Schofield, I'd prefer if you'd take this more seriously. Schofield walked out of the cabin and scanned his surroundings. He could see some woodland critters and some deer in the distance. Well, I guess this is a nice change of scenery. I'm due for a break anyway. Look, I've brought some incident reports with us. Just look through them if you have the time. Yeah. Nothing happened during the first few nights. However, on the 5th day, the cabin had a break-in. They watched the footage of the surveillance camera and saw a deer smashing through the door.
That is disgusting, bro.
They looked around at first and then at the camera. It stood up on its hind legs and reached towards the camera. Its frontal hooves had been warped to resemble fingers. We slept through all of that? How did we not hear the door? I'll stay up and keep watch tonight.
Or not. It's a reason. Probably anomalous property, but y'all been here for 3-5 years, right? Like, bro, yeah.
Rest easy, Jackson. If I see that thing, I'll make sure that it's dead. That night, Schofield heard his name being called faintly from outside the cabin. It was like a scream in a voice he didn't recognize. He grabbed his rifle and ran out immediately.
Get your man!
Come on out now. Enough games. I know your tricks, and it won't fool me. He saw a deer, noticeably larger, standing still among the bushes
now the
under
strap,
the moonlight.
up it. What happened?
He fired a shot in its direction and missed. Damn it.
You missed? Excuse me?
He loaded the next round and took aim, but the deer was already gone. Jackson came running behind him. Schofield, what are you doing out here? What's going on? I saw the deer. Probably scared it away, though. If I see it again, let's go. As they turned to leave, Jackson glanced at the woods and shuddered when he saw two eyes glowing in the dark, staring at them. The next day,
that's a quick scope.
Woke up to find
Come
Jackson
on now.
missing.
You know, bro, that's a commando perk. We in there.
He looked out the cabin and it started raining. Probably went out to retrieve the camera. Took my rifle, too. Bored, he recalled Jackson mentioning the case reports. He opened the envelope and found a tape inside. It was a recorded footage taken by a woman. The video began with a woman rustling the camera. Visibly shaken, she struggled to set it up on the table. Schofield paused and looked around the cabin. Wait a minute. Is that here? The woman jumped when she heard a knock on the door. She slowly moved further away from it as the knocking became more violent. The handle was being jostled and shaken incessantly. A voice on the other side repeated the phrase, "Hello, it is me. Hello, let me in a calm manner as the door shook. The woman then grabbed a gun and retreated to the wardrobe. The knocking ceased, and footsteps could be heard becoming further away. Shortly after, sound of galloping was audible as a deer busted in through the door. Its jaw moved and repeated the phrase once more.
Bro just headbutted the door down.
It is me. Hello, let me in. The deer stood on its hind legs.
Bro was really rabid.
Its movements were crooked and stiff. Then it slouched down to a quadrupeded position like a spider and surveyed the cabin. It inhaled heavily, and suddenly its head locked in on the direction of the wardrobe that the woman had taken refuge in. It scampered towards the wardrobe and forcefully opened it. The woman screamed and fired a single shot, but was immediately pummeled to death by the abomination. The entity remained still for a moment, then looked towards the camera. Oh my God, are those human eyes? Schofield slowly walked towards the wardrobe and opened it, but it had already been cleaned before they got there. Just then, he received a mail on his tablet. It was yet another footage sent by the Foundation. The message read, "Just so you know what you're dealing with there, stay vigilant and good luck." The footage began with researcher Oz conducting an interview with what looked like a deer in a containment cell. Schofield became increasingly irate as the interview went on. What do you mean, know what you're dealing with? It's a deer! A deer! So what if it can stand up and crawl around like a spider? It's nothing but a deer! Suddenly, a mass of black, viscous tendrils erupted out of the deer's sides. It leaped and squirmed around the cell before shattering the window. The remaining carcass was left entirely hollow. The black mass maneuvered swiftly out of the facility and disappeared
into... So it's not even the deer is the entity, it's an entity inside the entity. Oh my God.
The outside shrubbery, wounding and killing multiple Foundation personnel along the way. What the hell is this thing? No, Jackson. Schofield grabbed the pistol and rushed out of the cabin. Jackson! Jackson! Where are you? Answer me! Schofield called as he ventured deeper into the woods.
Nice.
Soon enough, his surroundings became darker as the vegetation got denser. He could feel that something was stalking him and watching him. Suddenly, he heard a voice calling his name. Schofield! Schofield! The voice repeated. Though distorted and faint, he could discern that it was trying to imitate Jackson's voice. Damn you! Stop messing with me and come out! He heard thumping sounds and leaves rustling from afar. Closing in on the sound, he finally found the source. A bloodied deer with forward-bending legs and covered in viscera, running clumsily and ramming against a tree with incredible force, over and over again. Next to the tree was a mangled-up body of a man. Schofield recognized the uniform. It was Jackson's. What the hell? The not deer noticed Schofield and turned its attention towards him jerkily. Take this! Die! Die! Schofield unloaded his pistol and shot down the not deer, but still it writhed and shrieked in pain. As he turned to run, the entity lunged at him and pinned him down.
In one jump. Oh yeah, GG, bro.
Down.
Where the automatic that he had?
Hooves pounded repeatedly on Schofield.
Ooh,
he tried to defend himself against its onslaught, but couldn't. Suddenly, a mass of tendrils burst through its abdomen and continued to ravage him. Wow. Schofield stopped struggling. He was left barely breathing as the tendrils slowly tightened their grip around his body. Days later, their bodies were recovered in an unrecognizable state next to a hollowed-out deer skin. No traces of the tendrils were found. Remember to check out my new anime
class, bro. That is ridiculous. How do you even? Wow. What class was it again? I don't even remember what he said. Yeah, it's Keter. It gotta be, bro. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous out of that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video right there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see down below and in the recommended tab. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, bro. This one was crazy.